Hi, we're going to look at chapter 1 and we're going to break it into 2 days. So the expectation is what you're going to learn, name points, lines, and planes. The standard is geometry, RL 1.1, understand the use of undefined terms, definitions, postulates, and theorems, and logical arguments and proofs. We have vocabulary words. We're going to our undefined terms, point, line, plane, collinear points, and coplanar points. That's the vocabulary that we're going to have to look at today. So, using our undefined terms, in geometry, the words point, line, and plane are what we consider undefined. These words do not have formal definitions, but there is agreement about what they mean. You do not have a formal definition because you use those words when you try to describe them. Core concepts, so what is it? A point has no dimension, a dot represents a point. This is terminology right here. It's a dot with the A, point A, that's what that looks like. Line, a line has one dimension. It is represented by a line with two arrowheads, but it extends without end. Through any 2 points, there is exactly one line. You can use any 2 points on the line to name it. So what we're looking at is this right here. We have this line. It's line L, for right here. Line AB, because those 2 points are on it, or line AB with the line over it with the arrows. You can also reverse the order of the A and the B, and it is the same thing. It means the same thing. A plane. A plane has 2 dimensions. It is represented by a shape that looks like a floor or a wall, but it extends without end. The floor has boundaries. We use the boundaries to represent it. Through any 3 points not on the same line, there is exactly one plane. You can use 3 points that are not all on the same line to name a plane. So here's our shape to represent our plane. We can name this with plane M. It's this letter up here by itself without a dot, or 3 points that are not on the same line. Point A, B, C. Let's go back to that page. Okay. Collinear points. Collinear points that are points that lie on the same line. If you look at the word collinear, the word line is in it. Line, linear, collinear. Coplanar points are points that lie on the same plane. Again, the word plane is there to help you remember what the word means and what you're looking for and what you're needing. So let's look at example 1 here. Naming points, lines, and planes. Here's our shape. Give 2 other names for PQ, for line PQ and plane R. Well, PQ is this line right here. So from the other page, it said we could reverse the order. So that is QP with a line over it with the 2 arrows. Or you can say line QP. You also have this little letter here. That is another way of naming a line. That's line N. Those are your 2 ways of naming that. We want to name plane R, and from the definition, we need 3 points that are not on the same line. Now, let's talk about this real quick, because there's some things on here we need to look at. See how this is a solid line, and then it dots, and then solid again? That means that we see this here, we don't see it here, but it's still there. It goes behind it. So this is like a pencil going through a piece of paper. So we cannot use Q when you name this. So I can take 3 points not on the same line, so you can't use S, T, and P, but you can use any 3 others. So SVT is just one way. You can arrange those letters in any order. You could use the P and not the S, or not the T. You can also name it plane R. Okay, didn't like that. Those are your other two names that you can use for it. So, name 3 points that are collinear. Remember the word collinear. It has that word line in it, collinear. So we want them on the same line. Again, let's look. Does this line have 3 points on it? I only see 2, Q and P, so I cannot use that. The only line that has 3 points on it right here is SPT. So points S, P, and T are collinear. They are on the same line. We want 4 points that are coplanar. Remember, the word planar means they're on the same plane, so they're in that square. So, let's look at this real quick. I need 4 points that are coplanar. Again, Q is not on that plane, so we cannot use that. So you have points S, P, T, and V. Those are your 4 points that are coplanar. Does not have to be in that order. You can mix them up. You can try and spell words if you want. You can put them in alphabetical order, but those are your only options that you can use. All right. The assignment is in the book. That will be posted in the Canvas with it. Look at this again if you're not sure what to do. There is another video uploaded to go through and name these again for you. Look at that. Use Google. Go through Khan Academy. Whatever you need to do, go look at this again. Watch the video as many times as you need.